Well, my name is Joe Rodriguez. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. How did I hear about the program? I was searching through the internet, and I came upon Joe Crump's name several different times, and then I took a look at his ebook, started reading it, and it sounded like something I can actually do. So I just tried to apply it on my own, and then eventually figured I needed to go beyond that point. And so I initially made a contact to Joe Crump, and I was surprised he answered my phone call. And that convinced me that he was for real. Well, I was trying to get a better understanding of how to structure lease options, how to do that. And I've read about it, I was exposed to it, but there's always pieces of it that was left missing. You know, it's like you go to these other gurus and they give you, and they sell you on a secret sauce, but they don't give you the whole ingredients, how to put it together. And so I was just searching for more information, trying to figure out how to do it on my own, and then eventually I read his book, and it seemed like the answer was all there. And then I decided that it was best that I actually see if Joe Crump was actually for real. And he was, and is. And pretty much history after that. Looking for another source of income and reestablishing myself at the crash. Because, you know, basically, like everyone else, I got devastated by the market crash, and then trying to find work was not as easy as it was before the crash. So I was looking at opportunities how I can establish myself and not be dependent on the government for any assistance, but actually build something for myself that I could carry on and leave to my kids as a legacy. So that's what really got me moving forward. Oh, the first deal I did, well, after a couple trials and errors and trying to do things the way you think it should be done, not the way Joe tells you to do it, and contradicting him, it took me 6 months.
And how much did that make you?
$4,000. I made some mistakes, got almost to a point where I felt it was not going to work, and then I just kept on. And then eventually, everything started falling in place. And now it's at a point where I can walk anywhere and pretty much figure out how I can assist a home buyer, or even actually assist a seller in selling his property. As long as I know what their situation is, I can diagnose a solution for them. So it's really the key is knowing how to better serve them and what they need, what their situation is. And as long as you know what their situation is, then you can actually help people. But if they don't tell you everything, you can't diagnose it. You really can't come up with a solution because you're guessing. And that's what I was doing the first 6 months. I was trying to put something together without all the pieces in places. Well, the best deal was when I helped this out-of-state owner who had been trying to sell her house for 2 years. And was unable to sell it, and I came in and was able to get it under contract in less than 45 days, and actually help a tenant buyer who was in a bad situation get her to a better place. She was in a situation where she needed to move out. She was actually being told to leave, and everything just came in place. And so the best part is when you're helping, and you don't just help one person, you help both parties at the same time. So the greatest gratification was like 2 weeks ago when we did one in, my wife and I, and the tenant buyers were so grateful that they expressed, I mean, it was emotional, that's all I can tell you. It's you know, when you help people, it's a big difference. There's a big difference there. I don't know how to explain it, you know. You get emotional about it, but I mean, I love helping people, so that's the great part about it. And we're providing a service that really helps. And as long as everybody's honest, you can help as many people as you can as long as they're truthful to themselves. And you can help a lot of people, and that's what I like about it. I'm able to create a life, create a lifestyle where I can actually enjoy helping people and making a living doing that. And that's really where the direction I'm going towards. It depends on the transaction, but I try to net at least 35. Well, it depends on the situation. Realistically, when you're looking at what the market value is and what you can actually sell it for and how quickly you can make it happen. And I guess I don't really have a standard amount, but there is a fixed amount in my head that I like to realize. But it depends on the parties I'm working with, But minimally, I like to make at least 35. We just did one last week, and it was for. We helped somebody who was getting ready to do a short, give up, basically give up on their home and follow the advice of somebody that says do a short sale. So the way we did it is that we took less to help them be able to reinstate to catch up on their payment, not reinstate, but catch up on their payment, so that the new tenant buyer could come in and go from that point on. So. It's on a case-by-case basis, but standard, like, 35 to 5,000, basically. This month alone, I closed. This month alone, we're going to close 3. That's the challenging part, is trying to conduct this business while you're actually working your regular 9 to 5.
Okay.
Working as a team, my wife and I. Just put in the time. Try to make those calls and try to follow up as quickly as possible, because that's the key factor right there. My goal is to get to a point where get back to where I was prior to the crash, making the same kind of income, but not being stuck to a 9 to 5 job, and being able to help my family and help others grow as I grow, get more stable, and eventually build a portfolio that I could actually pass on to my kids, so that they don't have to worry at age 50 having to start all over again because one didn't plan ahead. There's a higher level of confidence now, knowing that you've done this and that it's a service that's needed. There's a lot of people out there we can help. Not everybody wants to be helped, but just those, it just opens up a whole new avenue and I just see a path towards prosperity. That's what I see. And prosperity, the definition depends on the person, but I see a point where we don't have to worry about the things we used to worry about before. Just moving forward.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, yes, I do. Sometimes I think it's holding me back.
Do you plan on ever just doing this full time?
I am doing it full time, even though it's part time, but it's full time. Because I'm not putting 2 hours, I'm not putting 3 hours, I'm putting 7 days a week to get to a point where I can delegate and start, sacrifice now so that in the future I can start relaxing and then hopefully make it into a big family business. Yeah, it's been automated from day one. Well, I actually purchased the auto responder. Push button auto marketer because it made sense. Because how do you keep track of all the activity that you're generating if you're doing it manually? It's like I try to do it like that. In the beginning, it just seems too much. It's just more work to do it that way. Technology is so pervasive that you need to use technology because that's just how things are done now. You want to move, I just realized that you have to come out of the cave if you want to embrace what we're doing and make your job easier. and just utilize the automation that's out there. I mean, it makes your job easier, but you have to learn how to use how to follow up with the with the push button method, because it is an automated system. It's all internet based, so you have to get over your comfort zone and start embracing the technology that's out there. So once you do that, you'll get a lot of activities. And then with that activity, is you just go back to the old-fashioned way of doing things. Pick up the phone and start talking and see what you can do. Well, the way Joe set up the system, all you really need to do is enter your criteria, basically, what area that you're looking at. I go to Craigslist and I just start scraping whatever I can. And the thing is, the key point is to make sure that you're getting individuals that are actually selling their home, not a realtor or a broker, but actually for sale by owner. And the system does it all for you. It does everything. All you have to do is just set the criteria, and everything goes from that point on. So it's really, like he says, a push button. Just push the button and then follow up after that. And then when you start getting calls, make sure you follow up on that too as well. So I mean, there's work involved. It's not a magic potion or anything like that. It's not. You actually have to work, but it's well worth it. Well, I guess the first thing you could probably do is download his ebook, read it. If you like what you read, if you like what you hear, then get involved in his program, because that's the only way you're going to know. You're going to need, if you don't know what you're doing, you need somebody to tell you and hold you by the hand so that you have a better idea while you're making mistakes, how to correct them and how to move forward to achieve the objective that you want to achieve. And you need a mentor. You need somebody that knows what he's talking about, has done it, is doing it, not somebody just, My recommendation is try the program. You could buy his ebook on Amazon, and then it's a one-day reading basically, and then from that point on you decide whether or not this is something that you want to do, and if you have any common sense, you want to do it. I just think that Joe Crump is God sent. That's all. I mean, he's opened up my eyes. I see a long-term relationship with him. That's what I see. And I'm just grateful that I discovered him, and that my wife and I both are grateful for what he put together, because it's having an impact. And that's pretty much it.